Tease went.
Yes, we had, you know, figure out who it was, but it's just caught the imagination anyway. Problem. Now, just explain what this... I mean, the world's most expensive drug. It gives everybody hope, doesn't it? Problems could this solve for adults and all people?
Well, in terms of
research and getting funding for medical research is quite hard, isn't it? Masses of people and ultimately be somehow profitable because it's a business. So the fact that this affects a small number of people in a sense, does it mean that the funding is there for this and it's very expensive at this stage? Because actually, it's a bit like when NASA's idea that they do something extraordinary and it filters down, suggests that the AstraZeneca and Pfizer jabs are only 33% effective against the Indian variant after a single dose.
After a single.
To Paul Scully, the business minister, who's coming on. We've got Piers Maguire coming on too about the politics around this. The June the 21st date is because of that, isn't it? Presumably, that this Indian variant, though at the moment quite small, but it is having an impact, means that therefore, until that is actually
less than half,
that could impact the delay.
Absolutely.
Good morning, Britain. It's just gone 6:30. Welcome to the show. Danny Glover on the show and Sinead O'Connor on the show.
I know. If you wanted bookends to a show, that would be it, right?
That's amazing.
Ignore the bits in the middle, but those bookends are amazing.
Nothing else matters.
I mean, you know, everything else is great, but, you know, we've got Danny Glover and Sinead O'Connor on the show.
Sinead O'Connor has a new book out, Rememberings, which is like a memoir, really, and it's like a memoir you would never read of any star. It's so personal. It's so brutally personal.
It is. It's very, very graphic, but it's also really interesting to sort of delve into her mind. I don't think she's really done an interview about her book so far, has she? This will be one of the first times you'll hear her talk about it. Yeah. It's called Remembering, so we've got her on. Yeah. And Danny Glover's on in the next half hour talking about this incident that happened in Tulsa 100 years ago, and he's going to make a film about it, which is about this massacre of this incredible place that had been built on black wealth at the time, which is an incredible thought in itself. But then it was subjected to one of the worst race terrorism sort of incidents ever. There was 300 people killed in it. And he's now going to make a film about that, so he's on the show too.
And we'll also ask him if there's going to be Lethal Weapon 5.
Well, there is that too.
Tulsa!
I mean, there is that. Except, interestingly, he has said, obviously, they play police officers in that. So if there's a Lethal Weapon 5 to come along, it'll have to be of its time. Yeah. Of course, Dr. Hillary's here. Dicky's here. Good morning. Worldwide organisations calling on exactly that, so we'll talk about that too. Right, 6:42. Still to come, could Lethal Weapon 5 seem...
7 competition time now. Here's your chance to win £110,000 in tax-free cash. Andy has all the details.
Gosh, it is gorgeous.
Thank you, Andy. Now, Danny Glover is a movie icon, famous for his big Hollywood roles, including those legendary Lethal Weapon movies with Mel Gibson.
But more recently, he's been involved in making a film about one of America's worst episodes of this incident. It's called the Tulsa Race Massacre of 1921, which I think many of us knew nothing about.
Good morning, Britain. Oh, the weather's looking good. What's not to love? It's 7:06.
Our main news, a 5-month-old baby with a spinal disorder has become the first NHS patient to be treated with a life-saving gene therapy drug, which can cost almost £1.8 million per use.
Incredible news. Arthur Morgan was given a dose of Zolgensma less than 3 weeks after his condition was diagnosed.